Uria was besieged, its land swallowed one after another by an evil, festering darkness, led by the demon Death Adder. The Axirian Sisterhood hoped that an ancient ritual might spare Axir from ruin. The gods can be cruel, even to their own. And the gods always demand sacrifice.
That was a pretty abrupt ending to the intro. This is Golden Axe Beast Rider. Unfortunately, the only time they tried to reboot the franchise since the classic ones. God, I'm sorry, I think it's pretty loud. There we go, that seems a bit better.
The ceremony! The Sisterhood will never forgive me if I am late. What blasphemy is this? Dogs of the Death Adder, here?
Yeah, this game actually got a lot of crap at the time. Okay. And I've never really understood why. Because it doesn't really do anything wrong, it's just mediocre at worst. Maybe that's why. People just demand better these days. Evade with left bumper, parry with right bumper. Oh yeah, the dual color thing. It's actually an interesting twist on the counters you see all the time. It's actually kind of a cool system. I don't know, at least I think it works. Oops. Gotta actually pay attention instead of just smashing Y whenever someone comes up to you. That was cool. Onward! Yeah, it's actually like a souped up version of the Arkham system. Where you have to actually watch what the enemies are doing instead of just smashing counter when you see someone approaching. It's actually a really cool idea for an action game. Of course, Beast Rider is a name, so you can ride beasts.
Great Lord, your servant beseeches you. Find her worthy.
Seemed like a delayed fire breath. The end. She just keels over right there. I totally thought she would survive that. I'm not sure why the sound is off sync. I played this on the PlayStation 3, but this is the 360 version. I don't remember it being off sync, but maybe it's just a version difference or something.
Behind you, girl!
It's very dramatic to lead up to nothing.
Answer me. Are you...
The animal did nothing. Just stood there waiting. The combat actually becomes very stilted when you're on the beast. I guess that's a flaw. Oh, I'm not saying the game is flawless by any means. But that's just one of the major ones I've noticed so far. Of course, little lore tidbits. Which is funny, because I don't remember Golden Axe having much lore. And aside from the double counter thing, the game feels very standard for the time. Which I guess is maybe a reason people didn't like it. I mean, it's Golden Axe. I mean, it's not like the original Golden Axe was that revolutionary. But at least it has a nostalgia behind it. And a lot of times, even a perfectly good game will fall victim to its own license. People will go, hey, that's not as good as the originals. And sometimes all you can say is, do you remember the originals? Did it just instantly kill my beast? It did. You bastards. But yeah, as far as the on-foot combat, it's actually not bad. It's actually kind of good, actually. What's interesting is it doesn't lock you onto the enemies like Batman did. And let's be honest, everyone compares combat to Batman because that's one of the best. For hand-to-hand combat, anyway. There's a couple different kinds of melee combat you can do in 3D games. You can do the Batman counter lock-on thing. Or you can do the... Well, I guess I'll call it the Devil May Cry style. Where you give the character super long-range weapons with huge sweeping attacks. Or even if you're not precise, you can still hit something. This is definitely more Batman-ish. And they are pretty long-range attacks, I guess. Because she has a long sword. But she's not hitting more than one at a time. Unless it's a counterattack. Spinning disc thing. Let's get it. Seems important. Magic. It's just a fireball. That works. Oh, guess I can use it. It's kind of cool that it's not taking me from like level to level. It's like the levels are all part of one seamless world. I always appreciate it when games do that. Countering magic. So I guess they follow the same color cues as normal attacks. I guess it's another of those games I have played, but it's been years. I actually didn't even play it that much at the time. Not because it was bad, just because it was at a time when I was... Alright. Yeah, I tend to have the bad habit of starting a game, liking it, playing, then getting another game and just playing that, and then just never going back again. I have so many games I've never played much just from doing that. Kind of one of the reasons I started doing this. Give me an excuse to actually beat some of these games in my backlog. I kind of like that the evade isn't an auto counter. You don't become invincible, you have to actually time it to get out of the way. I actually appreciate that. Oh, it's over here. Okay, area clear. Your right pressure switch opens this gate. Oh, I guess that one. Why couldn't it just open automatically when I picked up the magic? Like the other one did. I guess they're teaching me about pressure switches. I actually remember... Okay. What? Come on! There's something over here they're protecting? There is a thing over here. It's just health. Nice, guys! Set the booby traps to guard the health. So I'll need it by the time I get there. Yeah, I actually remember at the time a lot of the complaints were based around who the main character was. Not necessarily that she was female. Just the fact that they chose the female instead of the barbarian guy from the old games. The whole, yeah, this is a manly game. Because obviously it should be the guy, because girls don't use swords and stuff. Barbarian, manly men. It's just kind of one of those points from going, no, what are you even going to say to that? I mean, I guess they could have had multiple main characters. Just like the original did. Let you choose who you want. Of course, as we all know, when you take away options from the originals, you're always going to run into trouble with the old fans. That's just an insta-kill no matter what? Timing. There we go. I guess you can either sidestep or counter magic. Just countering hits them too. Music is actually kind of cool. Very much of the barbarian variety. Very tribal. Guttural. Of course, as with most games at the time, and today, the camera can be a problem. Because camera is one of those things that they've never really mastered over the years. Either it gets kind of wonky, or they just say screw it and give the player total control over it. Kind of like they're going, you know what? You don't trust us to give you a camera? Do it yourself! You ungrateful jerks. Dragon statue. So it's an extra life? You don't typically see lives in 3D action games. Usually they just do the continue thing. Especially not from this area. Or this era. This game is actually more God of War than I remember. They're actually going to go into the whole environment navigating open world thing. With puzzles and all. I would actually be surprised at that. I remember this being much more of an action game. Oh, I can't just go down that way. Come on, guys. Don't leave that open if I can't do that. All the blood you could want. Alright, one more I need to get. One down. Thank you, game. I totally wouldn't have caught that. And of course, you have to have the treasure gnomes and golden axe. If they don't really do much. They don't actually drop treasure either. It's dropping food. Maybe the blue one dropped treasure. No, it'll drop potions. Of course, I guess that's what they did in the original. I'll say, despite all my praise, the game is very button mashy. The counter system is cool and all. But I don't know if it could sustain a whole lot of hours. Maybe a couple. Maybe it's one of those times where the game is just too long for its own good. Like 10 hours later, I'll just be going, make it stop! Because I think I played it for maybe an hour. Again, not because I didn't like it, but just because I bought another game. I decided to play that instead. I've done that with some great games. It's really sad when you think about it. I don't really... Well, I guess I could use some magic. Is it worth it, though? Is it really? This is bad enough in 2D. It's a pain in the ass in 3D. Okay, I got what I wanted. I am being attacked by the Rooster Tribe. Man! Gotta watch for those color cues. I'm totally hitting the wrong one every time. There we go. It's funny because it's like Batman style combat with God of War style presentation.
Gilius!
By my balls, girl! I thought you were dead!
By my
Lord
balls?
Gilius, the great dragon is captured.
Is that a
we
dwarf
must
thing?
save him.
And we shall. You are the last of the Axirian Sisterhood.
Was he just reminding us that he's a man?
There is blood to be repaid.
Hey audience, I have balls, and she doesn't.
The golden axe. But the axe was broken centuries ago. How did you...
Now is not the time for history lessons. Rebuild the axe, and you may yet have vengeance for your sisters and your god.
That was easy.
The axe is bound to you now, girl. Summon it at your will. Incomplete, the axe is useless against the Death Adder. Only when whole will it have the power to destroy him. I'll go after the dragon. You must rebuild the golden axe, or we are lost.
I guess that's not all of it. I know there's a way to target things. Oh. Yeah. I think I prefer my fireball. It fires instantaneously. Dang it! You actually watch the ground. Dang it! Is there like a hint? I know earlier the teeth are sticking out of the ground, but I don't see them now. Knock enemies into the gate. Yeah, this is actually very Legacy of Kain. Remember that exact mechanic in that. Or at least Soul Reaver. Oh. Can I cut through it? Of course not. Fire! Oh. Wait, this is glowing. Do I have to target something? I guess so. Aha! Wait, that didn't help. What was the point of that? That didn't help at all. This barrier requires the strength of a beast. Or this barrier require the strength of a beast. Thought we were above typos at this point. Okay, my axe is glowing, so I assume I need to use that for something. Is there anything in there I can target? I seem to have unlimited axes. That's worth something. Why can't I jump over the super low wall? What am I missing? Gotta be missing something. I can't get through here without a beast. I assume I need to get through here to get a beast. But I can't figure out how to open these doors. I destroyed the two statues. Was that supposed to open the thing? Is there nothing else I can do? Hey, my axe is glowing, so I assume I have to use it on something. I just don't know what else I can use it on. Oh, there it is. Holy crap, game. You're an action game! Must be another one up high somewhere. Yeah, that's actually one thing that has bugged me for a while. When action games try to just throw in some... Yeah, when action games just try to throw in some stupid puzzles, and it's hard to solve just because you're not expecting it. Your brain's just not in a puzzle place, you're walking forward, cutting enemies in half. And then suddenly they hide a bunch of statues around. And even though they're obviously placed, you're just sort of going, why? Why is this a thing? I don't really want to solve a puzzle right now. I want to cut things in half. Is that so much to ask? I actually like this one a lot better than the old one. Yeah, this mount's a lot better than the old one. You know, the old one's one of the classics. It's controlled so awkwardly. Just like it did back then. I will not take that back to Golden Axe fans. Hey, he stole my mount! Are they just gonna kill my mount again? Yep. Ah. Yeah, if you're gonna do lore like that, you should probably either make it super extensive or just not do it at all. I mean, just little tidbits like, hey, here's a tribe that exists. Isn't that awesome? Oh, hey, a new mount. Hey, what happened to the... Ah! Not that way. Ah! Get out of there. Here we are. Now, can I get it down the mountain without it dying? Nope. Is this supposed to be part of the challenge? Just getting a beast to the exit here? I hope not. That's kind of lame. Alright, take him out. Whoa! What in the world? Everything just exploded in piles of fire and blood. No, not another beast. Ah! Holy crap. Okay, that is lives. Oh, I missed. He stepped to the side. Who does that? That's not how games are played. Okay. Jeez. Suddenly everything comes out of the woodwork. Had a nice smooth run up until then. Yeah, for the time, the game does at least look nice. It doesn't look particularly bad or anything. I'm not sure why the audio is distinct in cutscenes. Dang it. Are those not fireable things? Those are not fireable things. I need a beast for this. Pretty sure that's what that means. Yeah. Oh, I can't hit those. Classic video game puzzles. See, that's the kind of thing this game should have. The kind of thing where it's more on reflexes than paying attention. It always bugs me about God of War, too. All the, like, environment puzzles shoved in between the bouts of visceral, bloody combat. I mean, I don't mind putting different things together. But when playing some games, your brain just gets into a certain state where you just expect and want a certain thing. And puzzles don't really mix all that well with spouts of blood. I like God of War as a series. I like the first one at least. The second two could play okay. But after the first one, the story and characters just went way downhill. I know no one else cares about the story and characters in God of War. But for me, yeah, that's about how it is. Oh! I heard them, but I thought they were on the other side of the thing here. Or are they? And I just can't reach them. That would be a real dick move. I think that's exactly what's going on. Yeah, it's like he glows yellow when he does that horizontal strike. And they're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be yellow for horizontal, or blue for horizontal, and yellow for vertical. Well, that didn't work. At least my beast is expendable. Alright, let's take this guy down. I think we got each other at the same time. Having this full range attack makes this a lot easier. Ah, I do like that instead of just making a completely generic action game, they tried to incorporate one of the most memorable elements from the originals. in the form of the rideable beasts. That was one of the things that set Golden Axe apart from everything else at the time. Was the fact that you had all those cool beasts to ride and all that. I don't know what to do about that stomp move. And yeah, teleporting in enemies are just garbage in any game. Well, if you're trying to shoot for an atmosphere, unless you're specifically making it like an arena brawler that's not supposed to make any sense. This is a very dark atmosphere in a 3D world. Everybody just teleporting in on bolts of lightning. This kind of sucks something out of it. Holy crap, do they not stop? Am I missing something? Oh, it's one of those kickback things. Okay. I've got you. I just noticed the glowing spikes. Doesn't warn you every time. Man, that was a hell of a kick. Probably could have used the area attack. Got an extra life and open the door at the same time. It's kind of weird that the lives seem to be just arbitrarily tied into progress instead of just being hidden. I'm just not sure I like that or not. Because lives, they should be bonuses. You should have to look for them. They should be something you want to collect, not just something the game gives you as you progress. Parting gift, after they were all slaughtered. Instant kills. Alright. Who's next? Gotcha. I'm not getting very good class rankings. I guess that means it's going to be a very challenging part. What's kind of throwing me off is that the cancels or the blocks are the bumpers instead of the triggers. Because it just feels more natural to use the triggers to me. It's probably just me thing. So if you use a block when you shouldn't, it'll stun lock you. Whoops, wrong button. I'm used to A being attack and Y being attack. I'm sorry. I'm used to Y being attack and A being jump. A is almost always jump. In games with jump, A is jump. That's just how it works. This game does it the opposite way. Unless you're playing Breath of the Wild. Because Nintendo plays by their own rules. Okay. I like going here. Nope. Skills! Now, why did I want to come over here? Oh, there we go. I like it. Well, it worked. Missed. Depth perception doesn't really work in most games. This is a shame. The fireballs are in time with the music. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that was an accident or not. I don't actually know if the traps can hurt them. I hope so. I love it when traps can hurt enemies. Made it. Almost looked like I wouldn't. Again, that whole depth perception thing. Nope, screw you. Oh, come on. That was my last magic, too. Oh, maybe I can axe him. Die! Oh, come on. Really? Uh-huh. Oh, this is one of the kickback doors. Yeah, I don't really like those kickback doors. Interesting in theory, but it's too easy to miss the spikes. You just sit here going, okay, now what? They just keep coming. The only hint that they're kickback doors is that they just keep coming. I'm not sure what they could do to fix that. Maybe just make the whole spikes glow. That might just make it look ugly, though. Alright. That wasn't exactly elegant. It's kind of how I would describe the game in general. Might be why most people don't remember it very fondly. Because it feels very inelegant. It's serviceable. It's playable. It can be fun. But there's not really much elegance to it. It's just kind of a bunch of elements put together. Yeah, weirdly, I think the game might actually be better if it was just the sword combat. Maybe add a couple other weapons with more moves. But the whole beast riding thing is actually working to the game's detriment a little bit. Whoa, what happened there? Weren't there chests over there a minute ago? Was I hallucinating? It feels like the game has gone all wonky. Suddenly the frame rate got cut and controls are delayed. Whoa! What's happening to the frame rate? It's been fairly solid up to now. Not even anything really going on here. There we go. The enemies die and the frame rate improves. Oh, crap! Stop! You're destroying this area! I wonder if that would be improved by installing it. Because for those who are, like, late to the party, the 360 didn't have game installation capabilities to begin with. And actually, a lot of games benefited once it did. You cut down load times, improved frame rate performance in a lot of cases. It wasn't that dramatic, but it could be helpful. Alright, now is another section complete. I think I'm going to call it here for now. And I'll probably pick this up in another episode. Because the game has its problems, definitely. But I'm enjoying it, and I would like to see what else it has to throw at me. So, I'll see you next time. Later.